Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In the previous video we have discussed about sales analysis 1. Here we will be discussing sales analysis 2. Okay. In this particular question we are having two tables. One is the product table and another one is sales table. In the product table we are having three columns: product ID, product name and unit price. And here product ID is the primary key of this particular table, that is product. For the sales table, we are having multiple columns. We are actually having 6 columns and there is no primary key. It means we can have repeated rows. So in our result, we need to take care of about duplicate value, and we should supply distinct whenever necessary. Okay, cool. So what is our problem statement? Our problem statement is write an SQL query that reports the buyer who have bought S8 but not iPhone. Okay, so let's look to the one input example once. So here we are having two tables, right? Product table and sales table, and we need to find all those buyer who has bought S8 but not iPhone. So which all column we should focus on? We should focus on buyer ID and product name, right? But this buyer ID and product names do exist on two different tables. So our first things about this particular problem and our first approach should be to combine these two tables, right? And how can we combine these two tables? We can combine by applying some join, and we can surely apply either join. Cool. So let's try to do our first step once, that is to create one combined table. We will be using with statement to create one temporary table. I am naming it combined table itself as, and let's just write our query, which all two column we are going to focus: buyer ID from sales and product name from product table, right? Then we can write s dot buyer ID comma p dot product name from sales as s, right? And then apply the join. On which table we are going to apply the join? We will be applying join on product table as p, right? And this is the syntax error, right? On, and what is on which column we will be applying our join? That is the product ID column, right? Okay, then s dot product ID is equal to p dot product ID. Cool. And let's move to let's look to our question once again. We want to report the buyer who has bought S8, okay, but not iPhone. Okay, let's try to filter this result. Select buyer ID from this combined table where product name is equal to S8, right? Cool. So here we have filtered all those buyer who has bought S8, but it might happen some buyer might that particular buyer who is buying S8 may also buy iPhone, right? And we don't want that result. So we need to write one more filter statement, that is buyer ID not in select buyer ID from combined table where product name is equal to iPhone. Cool. And here we are having in our sales table, we may have duplicate value, right? So we need to specify distinct here, right? Okay, so let's try to run it and check we have made right solution or not. It's correct. Let's try to submit it. Cool. So we are able to solve this, right? I hope you are able to get this particular solution. So I will be also writing the LinkedIn article for the same question. I will be passing the link of that article in the description box. You can also look through that, and I hope you are able to learn from it. If you have learned something from it, please like and subscribe my channel, and please hit the bell icons for the further update. Thank you.